I am at Atypical, one of the dopest breweries in the country. I am actually going to be a brewer for a day. Eric is actually brewing right now. I'm gonna put my mask on and join him. So Eric is currently putting the wheat in brine. He's stirring it to make sure there's no clumps to extract the sugar. And these bags are super heavy. They are 55 pounds. So are all your ingredients imported?
Yeah, we get a lot of our grain from Brewer, which they make grain all over, but the nearest one to us is Shakopee, Minnesota. So a lot of growers around here are contracted to Brewer. For this particular beer, you can probably read the writing on the bag is German. It says Germany on the bag. So we're making a Bavarian Hefeweizen, our Hefenet today.
So Eric, you have this down to a science, which is really cool because you used to be a science teacher.
Yeah.
So kind of explain it to us.
This part is all about chemistry. We're mixing in our grain along with some hot water. We actually add, just like you might add some seasoning to a dish, we add a little bit of citric acid to adjust our pH. So mashing is all about pH and temperature to dissolve the sugars out of the grain really well.
It definitely takes patience to brew. So we're on to the next step. Tell us what we're doing now.
Yeah, so in the meantime, I dug out all the grain and we got all the liquid into here and it's boiling now. It's been boiling for about a half an hour, and so you will time out the additions of hops. So right now we're gonna add some hops, and depending on how long they boil, you get different levels of bitterness. So this one is supposed to boil for a half an hour. So now's the time. So we'll basically, actually, if you wanna give them a smell first, they're pretty delicious. So we'll just open this up and then we gently sprinkle them in, trying not to get splashed with the boiling water, of course. Or boiling wort, as they call it. All right. And then those will boil in there for about a half an hour, and then we'll chill it down and on to the next step, sort of.
So after you add the hops in, it cools down and all that. Where does it go from there?
Yeah, so like you said, we'll cool it down because it does need to be at that right temperature, but from there we move it into one of these fermenters. So the one I'm doing today, we'll move into this one when it's ready. But yeah, we actually just brewed yesterday, so there's a beer going in here right now. And one of the signs of healthy active fermentation, you'll see we have this hose hooked up to the top. So as the yeast eats the sugar, one of the byproducts is carbon dioxide. And so we don't want anything to get into the fermenter, so we have it sealed up. And then it bubbles through down here into the sanitized solution. When it's making all those nice bubbles, that's how you know you have a strong active fermentation and a healthy beer on the way.
So this is the final process in the brewing experience. Eric, what is this gadget?
Yeah, so this is our can filling machine. This actually does sort of 2 at a time while the other 2 are resting. And actually, once beer is finished, oxygen is really bad for it. It will ruin your beer. So in order to keep oxygen away, so this first tube will fill the can with carbon dioxide gas. And then after that, you fill it up with the beer. You take it off of here. At that point, it should be sort of foaming over a little bit. You put your cap on there, and then this machine will lock into place here. At that point, you will switch it on. You take your hands off of it. It starts to spin very fast, and then you use these clamps, first your right hand, then your left hand to clamp the lid on there. And once you're all done, you have a can of beer that's ready to enjoy.
Thank you so much, Eric. It was nice being a fly on the wall and seeing you in your element. It looks like you truly enjoy what you do.
I do, yeah. It was fun, thank you.
Absolutely fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It's nice to get another glimpse inside Atypical. So thank you guys.